Hi, my name is Tracy. I think it's about time I did some sewing videos because I love to sew and I want to teach you how to sew. And I think it's a good time because we're all stuck at home, which to me is normal. But to you, you may need to find something to do. They're good for yarn and balls or toys, kid stuff, junk on your desk, junk next to your sewing machine. I know I have all the things that we're going to need to make these, and I was going to just sit down and teach you how to do it. I figure it's a good time since everybody's stuck at home. It's really fun to sew. It's fun to make things. My website is open, and I'd love to ship you some fabric. First, download your pattern. These are on my website, splashfabric.com, and you go to the Fabrics tab, and there's a drop-down menu, and this one we're going to start with is the tubs, reversible tubs. And you start with 2 pieces of fabric. You want one for each side, and I'm using cats on one side, because they're my new ones, I love them, and cypress, an old-time favorite. And those two, I laid them out back to back and cut them out 13.5 inches tall by 20 inches wide. You just start with a rectangle. You cut the corners 2.5 inches on each side. So that's going to make the box corner on the bottom. You'll see as it comes together. And then the middle section, you cut out 5 inches by 2.5 inches. So that's this shape. What you do is you take the top piece, one side, fold it in half, right sides together, and you start stitching down the side and the bottom. Actually, you do it with both sides, and I like to gang them, sew them all at once. So put that one in half as well. Fold it in half, right sides together. Put it on one side. You know, and if it's not absolutely perfect, I follow this woman, Jane Hamill, and she always says, perfect is good, done is better. And that's kind of a motto I live by. So, then you sew the bottoms. This actually, once you get it cut out, it takes, I haven't actually timed it, but I bet I can make one of these in about 5 or 6 minutes. It might take a little longer because I'm showing you, but not much more. So, once you have the side and the bottom sewn, you want to take and make these box corners. And the way to do that is you just pull out on the corners, and then you sew this part that the right sides together at 45 degrees. And if it doesn't line up exactly, it doesn't really matter because it's going to be on the inside. And one of the beauties about this fabric, besides that it feels so good, is that it doesn't unravel. So you don't have to bind or finish the edges or do any serging or any of that nonsense. So projects go really fast, and it's really so forgiving. So no big deal. Okay. So you do this 4 times because there's 4 corners on the bottom of your bag. The bottom of the tub, see, when you end up, you've got these 4 corners. That's what we're going for. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we've got all 4. and we turn one of them inside out and poke all the corners out so they're sharp from the inside. And at this point, we're halfway done. So I like to put the seams together. So I put the one inside with the seams on the same edge, like that. Shake it down in there. And then just start folding the top down. Fold it down, half an inch. And you can pin it, or you can hook it. You can clippy it. I mean, this thing is a clippy thing that I got from Mary Malari. It's nice because it doesn't puncture the bag. But even if you do with pins, you can kind of heal it with your fingers once you take the pin out, or if you make a mistake with your needle. It's quite forgiving. So with this one, I'll pin this. So the next step is adding these loops. Now, I already put one in, but I use these little loops. You can hang them and hang a potted plant in them. Use these loops you can put them through your finger and carry them around when you're knitting. You can hook them on the bathroom on a hook or a knob and put all your contact lens stuff in there. So I cut 5 inches of this cording. It's made out of nylon, so it melts. And you want to melt the edges just enough so they don't unravel. If you forget to do that, the little loops might pull out. And then I just put them in there. Fold over half an inch on the sides. Do a little clippy. Other side. Clippy. And then you stitch the edge, and then you're done. That's all there is to it. This is one of the easiest projects. Really good for working with kids, playing with the sewing machine with kids. You can make them for all your friends. Put some soaps or supplies that they might need during this time when we're all sequestered at home. I think giving people gifts and surprising them is one of my favorite things to do. Just put a jar with a bunch of plants in there and drop them off at a neighbor's house. Is really delightful. You don't have to put these hooks on. You could also put a strap, like a long strap, and make it into a carrying bag, or you can put it on your door for mail. Makes a great yarn bowl, but that's all there is to it. It's done. Enjoy. Okay, this is option 2 for how to make a tub. So you fold this again, right sides together. And what you're going to want to do is sew all the outside seams. Okay, now I'm going to put the kitties, fold it in half, sew down the side. Perfect is good, but done is better. I don't really pin. I'm not really a pinner. I'll pin it around the top. But that's about all. Because that's a little bit messy. But this is not going anywhere. My fabric is great because it kind of, it almost sticks to itself. And you don't have to bind it or serge the edges or anything. So it's just, it's so easy.